Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Nomadic Monger here. I am right now. It is 8:33 in the morning, and first and foremost, I just wanted to I want to thank Josh. I'm not going to say his last name, obviously. Josh, thank you for your $30 donation on PayPal. Thank you, Mike James, for your donations on PayPal. I appreciate you guys. I've just been busy working at work. I've been consistently working 48 to 52 hours a week at my job. I had the biggest paycheck yet come through. It's coming through this Thursday. $711 in 1 week. I'm very proud of myself. That was about 10 hours of overtime mixed in with some double time. So I made about $860, I believe, a little over $860 with the taxes, but after taxes I'm getting $711, which is my biggest paycheck as of yet. I've been able to save about $900 in the bank, so with the $700 coming in, it's going to put me well over $1,500. What was that? I'm not really good at math, but 900 times plus $700, I guess that's about, let's see, if you had 100, it's 1,000, so it's gonna put me at about $1,600 in the bank. How you doing, Scotty? I'm doing a good job saving money. I've been trying to eat frugal. Sometimes I splurge on food too much. I'll splurge $15-20 on a meal, but I'm not really doing that often. I'm trying to eat more frugally. So at work I bring in some canned items and some frozen foods, and that kind of offsets some of my food costs. Sometimes I splurge on food and sometimes I don't. So I've been doing pretty good. So I'm almost gonna have $2,000 saved in the bank already, and I've only been working a little over 2 months. So I'm very excited about keep on saving money in the bank, and hopefully by December I'm going to have at least $5 or $6,000 saved up for the winter time. I'm hoping that I would even work through December. If the weather is not that bad here in Chicagoland, I wouldn't mind working through December, but December can go either way here in Chicagoland. So last year I stayed here until February, which was way too much. So anyways, I'm just how you doing, Scotty? Ford Motor Company over there in Dearborn, Michigan. Nice to see you, brother. So to put it in a nutshell, I'm just chilling out, relaxing right now. Got off of my shift and did about 8 hours overtime, and overtime hour is $20-25 an hour, so I made about $162 just today. That's great. And I had double time the other day on a holiday. I had about 8.5 hours of double time at $27.50 an hour, something like that. So I'm proud of myself. I'm working, I'm in a much better financial position this year because, like I said, I'm making the same amount of money I was making last year, but I'm working more hours. I'm consistently have a 40-hour schedule, and a lot of times there's overtime available, anywhere between 10 to 12 hours overtime per week, if not even more. So I'm in a much better financial position this year. I'm working 40 hours or more consistently. And last year I was only working 32 hours a week, and it was the same rate of pay. So I'm in a much better financial position. Plus I started early this year at the time that I should have started. I started right about in May, and had a job, and I'm looking forward to just keep on working and saving money. And I'm definitely going to work all the way through November. Now, will I stay here? How you doing, Harvey? Am I going to stay here after November? That remains to be seen. I really think that December can go either way here in Chicagoland. You can get a polar vortex in December, or you can be warm in December. There's even time where I've seen it it's pretty not that bad until about mid-December. So I'm tempted to stay for the overtime and for the double time on the holiday month of obviously you get holiday pay on December. You get Christmas Day, Christmas Eve, New Year's Day. But then you're dealing with rock bottom temperatures and trying to stay warm in a van, which is not a fun thing to do. So I'm tempted to stay throughout the month of December, but I'm not 100% sure if I will or not. I probably won't. I think that the temperatures are going to be cold in Chicago like they usually are in December. And I think I'm going to bow on out of here in the beginning of December. So we'll see how that works. December was a pretty tough month for me to get through, just like January was and February was, and I'm definitely not staying after December, that's for sure. But if I can last through December and get all that holiday pay, I'm going to be in a much, much better financial position for the wintertime, because let's face it, it's not going to warm up in Chicago until about May. So you literally have January, February, March, April. You got a good 4 months there of wintering. And being able to be on the road. So I think the correct formula, the correct formula for a Midwest nomad, and I've just came to the conclusion, you want to work in Chicago May, June, July, August, September, October, November. That's 7 months. And December could go either way. It could be a bonus. But you want to work at least 7 months. If you work December, that's 8 months. And if you work 8 months and you work hard and you work good, you'll have more than enough money to last you through the wintertime. For me, I don't really need more than $1,000 a month. So really, if you look at January, February, March, and April, if I can have at least $4,000 saved up, I'll be in good shape. 5 to 6 grand would be even better, and I think I'm going to be able to save 5 to 6 grand. But that's my barometer for the van life. I mean, just to live okay and have all your bases covered. About $1,000 a month, $800 to $1,000 a month is what I need. Depending on how you eat, it can swing either way. But we're talking anywhere, between $700 to $1,000 a month, and like I said, it all depends on how you eat. You can save a lot of money if you eat at home. Scotty Costa, you got to understand, Scotty, that you might have a good job at Ford Motor Company, but I think I'm going to go ahead and get rid of you, Scotty. I don't really need you in here saying some hateful stuff like that, and I'm going to go ahead and get rid of you. And the reason I got rid of you, Scotty, is because look, you might work for Ford Motor Company, but you're a slave. You're a slave to your job. You don't have the same kind of freedom that I do. I don't care how much you make, Scotty, but the bottom line is I'm not having you coming in here and hating on me and what I'm doing. The bottom line is that I'm a nomad. I move around. No job is permanent for me. I'm always moving around. So I don't care how much you make or what you do, but I don't need you bringing your hate in here and hating about how much I make. When you live in a van, you don't need that much money. You only need enough to get by. I've got more than enough to get by. And the bottom line is I don't care what you make at Ford. I don't care if you work for Ford. The bottom line is you live in a crappy area in Michigan. You have to go through Michigan winters, and you've got a low quality of life, and you really don't have the most comfy job in the world in a factory at Ford all day. So the bottom line is I don't need you in here with your hate speech, Scotty. Adios. With that being said, bottom line is, folks, always ask that question, what do you need per month to survive? It all depends on the individual. If you shop and go grocery shopping wisely, get stuff on sale, get stuff on markdown, and you prepare your own food and you cook your own food, you're going to save a whole ton of money. You can get by on eating for $200 to $300 a month with your own groceries. You know, $200 to $400 a month, and you'll eat really, really good. You know, you got to have, especially an RV refrigerator is going to run better in the wintertime too, to keep your food cold and not spoil. But the bottom line is that the main cost of this life, or any life, is pretty much, you know, people have car payments and mortgages, but food and gas are the biggest cost of a nomad's life. And like I said, people always ask the question, what do you need to live in a van? That's not really the question to ask. It's more of an individual question. So if you eat frugally and prepare your own foods, you can probably, and you don't have crazy expensive insurance on your RV, you don't have a crazy expensive cell phone plan, you can add it all up. Propane for an RV refrigerator is about $30 a month. That's not including, it could be more if you're cooking with your propane in your rig. You know, insurance for an RV could range anywhere between, depending on the quality of insurance that you have, $25 to $100 a month, depending on the type of insurance you have. That varies. Food, you could live on $200 to $400 if you prepare your own food. If you eat out, obviously it's going to cost more depending on what kind of food you eat. If you drink alcohol or smoke cigarettes, you got to count that in your cost of living. If you're going to spend money on women, if you're going to spend money on entertainment, women, strip clubs, if you're a monger, obviously that's going to count in. If you're going to do maintenance on your rig, that's going to count in. And it all depends on the individual, what type of lifestyle that you live, you know. And we're all different, so there's no perfect answer. But if I told you, if you were going to eat ramen noodle soup and eat out of cans, and have liability insurance on your rig, and have the cheapest cell phone plan, or an Obama phone, or a cheap $20 plan, you could probably get around living in a van for probably about $400 to $500 a month. Okay, but you're going to have a low quality life. You're going to have a low quality cell phone, not much internet, crappy food. You're not going to go anywhere. You're not going to drive anywhere. So, you know, it's more of an individual question than a question about costs of van life. But anyways, I'm doing great. I'm going to have about $1,600 in the bank already so far, and I just want to keep on stashing money away in the bank. There's overtime always available at my job at this time, and I got a lot of checks to go through here, and I am definitely looking forward to having some money in the bank. You know, I think $4,000 is a minimum to save up as a nomad on the road. I mean, if you're going to take January, February, March, April off, that's 4 months. And if you're going to take December off, then that's another $1,000 that you need minimally. I mean, just to be on the safe side. So $5,000 is what you need for, I would say, the average nomad, a single guy just doing this life. If you can have $1,000 a month, you'll be in pretty good shape, you know, and you'll be in pretty good shape for about $1,000 a month, and basically that's about it. That's just my barometer. Anywhere between, you know, you need anywhere between $600 to $1,000 a month, depending on what you spend, how much you drive, what kind of food you eat. But the more the merrier. The more the merrier. So it's always nice to take some time off and get off the routine. And that's what the van life affords me to do. So it is what it is. I'm going to try to power through December. I really don't want to, but it's a lot of money to give up. I mean, I could make in December with my regular time pay, and in December with my regular time pay, and overtime and double time, I could make at least $2,000 to $2,500 for the month of December. That's a lot of money. That's 2 months of living there. So it is what it is. December is a pivotal month. Going to be a pivotal month for me. But anyways, I'm doing great. I hope you guys are all doing great. I don't want to make this a long, drawn-out hangout. I know people are going to take this and put it on YouTube. I don't care if they do or if they don't. It doesn't make a difference to me. But I still have my PayPal, paypal.me/Elvis Travels. Gas is still going up. Still need gas to fill up the rig. So whatever donations you guys give me, it pretty much goes towards gas for the rig, you know. And that's the bottom line. So thank God my generator's still working okay. It's getting me through the heat. It hasn't really been that bad this year. We've had some breaks in the heat here and there. July hasn't been that bad. And August is pretty much the only other month I got to worry about here in the Midwest as far as heat. So July is not shaping up to be that bad of a month, you know. And basically, I'm hoping we'll see what August is going to be like. So, to me, I don't like to be in the heat. If you ask me, would I rather be in a 40-degree temperature or 90 degrees with humidity, I'm going to pick the 40-degree temperature any time over that. It's a lot easier to live in a cooler environment, living in a van, than a warmer environment. With that being said, I've been watching Rosie. Rosie's interesting right now with going to Mexico and Mexico City and Acapulco. I'm definitely going to watch that. She's mentioning me less and less, which is a good thing. She still does the woo, but she's mentioning me less and less, thank God. But she still is using the woo. I don't know why. As far as the bottom of YouTube, I was listening to Mark Terry last night, and he was on there, and Vegas Vixen was on there just trying to get other people to go on there, like, I don't know, there are some other people on the side chat, like Oda May, and all of a sudden the channel got terminated live, and Bergs was talking about it. I don't watch Bergs that much, but I was just perusing to see what he's doing, what he's saying, and he was live. And I don't know why his channel got terminated. I don't really watch Mark Terry, and I don't really watch Bergs. The only people that I watch on the bottom of YouTube is Real Stream News. I stopped watching him, really. The only two people I watch is Rosie, and I only watch her for the travel. That's about it. And the only other person that I watch sometimes is G Mango's, but it's come to the point where G Mango's channel is so boring. It's the same people over and over again. So I'm probably going to pretty much stop watching G Mango's, and the only person I watch from Boyd is Rosie. And the only thing I'll watch that Rosie does is, I don't watch her cemetery stuff. I don't watch her California chooches. I might watch a restaurant review, even though there hasn't really been any good ones. And cinematic experiences, I don't really watch that unless it's Tijuana or Mexico. Anything related to Mexico, I'm going to watch. There's still some good stuff on Rosie's channel. I watched a video where she's going to Mexico. So she does produce some good quality content when she's traveling. I enjoy watching the Mexican stuff. I'm just not into traveling that much in America unless she goes to a restaurant with food. The great thing about America is we're a country of variety, and we have a lot of different foods. And a lot of different places to eat, and a lot of options in food, and a lot of good food. And if I watch any of Rosie's stuff in the United States, it'll just be about food, basically. And this travel stuff in Mexico, if she travels to any other countries, obviously it's going to be interesting to watch. But that's about it, pretty much. Looks like Rosie's been demonetized on Rosie O'Kelly. She's fighting to get that monetization back, and not many people watch Rosie Murphy. So, as far as her sidekicks, Monkey Boy and Mr. Z, I met Mr. Z. Seemed like a decent guy, but I don't really, they don't really do anything for me as far as just a peace of mind if they're at Rosie and she's choosing in Vegas and she's got some backup in case something happens. But I don't wish anything bad happen upon her. As far as Kev TV. The guy that she's with right now, he's fluent in Spanish. It seems like he does pretty much what she wants him to do, but he really doesn't bring any entertainment to the table. He's a pretty quiet guy. I enjoyed Pocket Change when he was with Rosie. I didn't really enjoy D-Dubs. Never really liked D-Dubs. Don't hate him, but he really didn't do anything for me. The only person pretty much that I think that enhanced Rosie's show was me and Pocket Change, especially me. As far as Missy Jen, her and Rosie were never a match from the get-go, and I'm happy that they broke up and they went their separate ways, you know. But anyways, I don't have nothing against Rosie. I hope she stops mentioning me. I hope she stops doing the woo. I don't know why she's doing that. And I don't hate her. I watch her content. We'll never be friends again. I'll never meet her. But when she does make good content, I'll give her kudos. Travel content or food reviews. I just wish she would just stop mentioning me and doing the woo. And the same thing with Bergs. He mentions me a lot, and he uses so many of my lines, and everybody knows he's just a cheap rip-off of me. But I'm in a healing stage right now, and it is what it is. You know, I think if I do come back on YouTube, it's not going to be. I'm not going to announce it on my social media. I'll have to. You know, the trolls at the bottom of YouTube will do anything to try to get you taken off. So, I think that eventually that I'll probably close. The only social media I'll have is my Marshall Canoe Facebook, and I'm going to get rid of a lot of people. I'm going to delete a lot of people on there that I don't talk to. I got too many friends on Facebook. I shouldn't have over 1,000. And I think that I need to start. I think I need to get rid of a lot of people on there. I don't need all those people on my Facebook, and I'm just gonna unfriend, delete a lot of people on there, and have a very, very small circle of people on Facebook. And it is what it is, you know. I feel good about myself. I don't care if Brass Silver Dog or anybody makes videos about me. I really don't care. I'm just too busy working and living my life. And anyways, I'm enjoying the shade right now. I hope you guys have a good day. I don't want to make this a long, drawn-out hangout, but I am so looking forward to getting on the road, man. I can't wait, you know. And I just got to put some work in and get out on the road and enjoy myself. Let me get rid of this person here. I don't need this person. Adios. So, you might ask yourself, why am I here on Facebook? Just for the handful of people that care about me. And if you guys want to help me for some gas, I'd appreciate it. PayPal.me/Elvis Travels. Click that friends and family option, 5, 10, 15, 20 bucks. It would be really appreciated. Thank you. If you guys want to help out with that, because gas is always going up. Besides that, I don't want to take up too much more of your time. I don't want you to take up my time. I'm going to go ahead and pop on out of here. And if I ever do come back on YouTube, I'm definitely not going to announce it to the RV community or the bottom of YouTube and all those trolls. I'll start off fresh somewhere else. Because these trolls, they just won't let go. They won't let go of me on YouTube. And I think I have to get off of YouTube for a long time, months, maybe even years, before I decide to make a comeback somewhere else in some other community, preferably the manga community, because these trolls just won't give up on me. Even though I've been off of YouTube for a long time, for quite a while now, they just latch onto you and they never let go. And there's got to be a closure on that. There's got to be a time that these trolls will let go and move on to something else. You know, it's just time. Time heals, and I think if I stay off of YouTube for months, maybe even years, maybe even a year, maybe over a year, those trolls will just give up on me. They'll just go somewhere else and do something else, you know. I mean, they just can't keep on stalking me for time immemorial or permanently, you know. There's got to be a change. And they're going to move on to somebody else. I'd like to come back to YouTube as a manga channel, but it's not possible now. The trolls are still hot on me. And there's going to be a time where they give up. There's going to be a time where they'll give up and they'll move on to somebody else. I don't think that they're gonna be on me forever, right? You know. How you doing, Mike? Thanks for your help. And another guy, Josh, sent me some donations. Thank you. But I'm gonna pop on out of here. I got things to do. I don't want to take too much more of you guys' time. I got to get out of here. But thank you guys for popping in, and it's a little update for everybody. If Mike James, you want to go back and watch this hangout, I've been on here for about a half an hour. But I hope you're doing all right and everybody else is doing all right. I'm going to go ahead and pop on out of here, folks. I don't have really much more else to say. But I'm enjoying my life off of YouTube. I'm enjoying working. I'm enjoying making money and saving money. And just going in a positive direction in my life. And hopefully I can continue on the positivity and the direction that I'm going. And I'm going to keep on doing that day in and day out, you know. And I hope you guys have a good life and follow your bliss and do what makes you happy. I just know one thing in reality, that the van life has opened up a lot of opportunities and doors for me. It's given me a lot of freedom, and freedom is priceless. You can't put a price on freedom. And it's a real good thing to have, you know. With that being said, folks, I hope you guys have a good day. Get out there, live your dreams, follow your bliss. And Scotty Costa, yeah, man, whatever you want to call yourself. I don't care if you work for Ford Motor Company. I don't care how much you make. I'm glad that you're out of my life permanently on here. You're never welcome back on my Facebook. Don't ever come back. Adios, good riddance. And the best life for me is the van life. It might not be for everybody, but for me it's the best life. And I'm going to continue living it. I'm going to continue doing it. And that's the bottom line, you know. And that's about it, folks. I'm going to go ahead and pop on out of here. Thank you guys for tuning in. And we will talk to you guys later. Adios.